Hello everyone, I'm Nick and this is going to be a short modding tutorial for Dragon's Dogma 2, although a lot of stuff is the same for other RE engine games. So the first step is to go here to this page, and I'll leave that page in the description, and download the latest release. This is the content editor app, which basically lets you modify the files in RE engine games. Once you have downloaded it, open it up, and this is the entire app. So we're going to make a new folder for it. And paste it there. And then we're going to open this exe. So this is the app, and the first thing is to configure the game. So we're going to pick Dragon's Dogma 2 and browse to our game folder, and there it is, Dragon's Dogma 2. So the first thing we're going to do then is create a new bundle. And what we're going to do with this is edit 3 files. So we're basically going to do 3 things as a way to teach you some of the basic stuff about modifying files. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the charge time of Heavenward Sander, the warrior skill, to 10 seconds. We're going to swap the Grim Ogre near Dragon's Red Tower to a Cyclops, and we're going to make Cyclops have 10 times more HP. So that's what we're going to do as a way to teach you some stuff. So the main thing we're going to be working here, select the bundle we just created, and then the main thing you work with is the pak file browser. Basically, these are all the files in the game, and you can lose yourself a bit here, but we also have a search bar. So the first thing we wanted to do is change the charge time of Heavenward Sander, and that is a warrior skill. And the things you need to know in order to find those files is that vocations are called jobs in the game files, and that settings and stuff are called params. So we basically do a search for job and param, and we find a bunch of stuff here. And the way to find that out, by the way, is basically by looking at other mods that people have done. That's the easiest way. For example, there's a mod called No Job Requirements, so that's how you know that they're called jobs in the file. And in the end here we have the actual job parameters. Warrior is job 5, so again that's something you end up learning by looking at other mods. And here we have all the parameters for warrior skills, and Heavenward Sander is this one, Crescent Slash. Again, you have to experiment with stuff like that to find out which skill is which, because they're not always called the same thing as in-game, but sometimes they're pretty obvious, and here there's no other option that could be Heavenward Sander. So we're going to change that to 10 seconds. So now we're going to save the file to the bundle, and then we're going to press ctrl+s to save the bundle itself, and then save the file as well. And what this does is that it creates a JSON file that contains the file you're editing, or the path to the file and the changes you've made. So what this allows us to do is then the file ends up being irrelevant. You can delete it later, and you can reconstruct your changes just from this JSON. And what that means is that your changes are going to be resistant to game updates that may change the files. So that's the first thing. Now we want to swap the Grim Ogre near Dragon's Breath Tower by a Cyclops. And we need to find where the Grim Ogre is. Thankfully, I have all the spawns categorized here. So I'll also leave this in the description. And there it is. After a bit of searching, it's this one, and it's in this file. So we're just going to do a reject search for it. I don't remember if this is actually the full file. No. So we just search for the edit field path, and it's in large enemy. So here it is. This is the spawn table, and the enemies are here. So thankfully there's just one of them, which is the ogre, the Grim Ogre, and we're going to change it for a Cyclops. These two are the general character code, but these don't spawn anything, so you have to pick one of these, except this one, which is bugged, and I think one of these as well. So we also have here all the enemy spawns categorized. So here, if you want like a Cyclops without a weapon, you choose this one, or with a weapon, or with armor, and all of that. So we're going to select the basic Cyclops with a weapon, and again, same process as usual. We save the file, we save the bundle, and we save the file again. Then we're going to search for the HP parameters for the Cyclops. So again, the Cyclops is this character code, which you can see here. And the HP are in files called hitparam. So in this case, the more general one is this one. This one has a different hitparam, not sure why, because it's just it's the bad one, so presumably for something else, and this one too. So here we have the region data, and the thing you have to keep in mind is that the first region is always the total HP of the Cyclops. So here I'm just going to add a 0 to the max HP and to the regular HP, and same process as usual. So what this means is that we now have a bundle with all of our changes made, and we can use this to reconstruct the files if needed. Now, after doing all that, we have to actually put the files in a folder with the proper structure. So we're going to do that using paks2, and make sure your bundle is loaded and that no other bundles are loaded, because we only want our files here. And we're going to paks2 whenever we want, but I'm going to choose the actual bundle folder because it's easier. And I'm going to put it inside a folder there. So now if we go to that folder, which is always the user content folder and bundles, and we have the files here with their proper structure. So this is the file that we just edited, or one of them, I should say. And now what we have to do is put these files into a pak so that we can load it with Fluffy Mod Manager. So we have to download another tool, which is the RE tool. Go ahead and download that. And we only really need the exe and the create pak 2024. I've already downloaded them and they're here. So we drag our pak files folder to here, and it just creates this pak, which we're going to rename here. And we can now open Fluffy Mod Manager, which I assume you know how to use this already because you're trying to make mods. But basically just drag the pak file, and it should be here. We activate it, and we launch the game. I am now in game, and we're going to test if our changes work. So the first one was changing the charge time of Heavenward Sander, and as you can see, it now takes 10 seconds to charge it. The second one was changing the Grim Ogre near Dragon's Breath Tower. Oh, there it is. That's Grim Ogre in Manila, but we'll switch it for a Cyclops. And let's test its HP, and as you can see, it has a lot more HP than usual, 10 times more. So all of our changes worked. So yeah, that's how you make mods editing the game files for Dragon's Dogma 2 and in general RE Engine games. I hope that was useful and you could follow it properly. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment.